How about now?
There we go.
Hey.
That's
All right, I
perfect.
fixed it.
Hey.
I'm zooming.
We're zooming live. We're zooming live with Robin Slim and Cold Callers comedy. You guys are in London. How are you guys doing over there? Yeah, are you still in like a severe like lockdown?
Yeah, we're in
Yeah.
our most severe lockdown, I think, isn't it, Paul?
Since last year, the most severe one.
Yeah, because I saw like the night before, I don't know, one of the nights before Christmas, everyone was traveling because they were like locking everything down over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boris was very kind to close Christmas down for us in, Alan Rickman style.
Well, you
Robin
guys
Hood.
got your own variant though. You guys got like a badass like fucking variant of the COVID, right?
Yeah, we've got the Cockney variant. Yeah, it's great.
Oh man, I don't
One that
want to
gives zero.
give zero fucks.
Yeah, zero bucks.
It's not as bad as the South African variant, though. I hear, that one's a lot more, aggressive. Cockney one just talks to talk, doesn't walk
Doesn't
the
walk
walk.
the walk.
Are you guys gonna get the vaccine when it's available? Because I've heard some bad shit about that.
I mean, I will. I'll definitely get the vaccine.
I'm thinking
Can't
about
speak for
it.
Paul.
I'll get a vaccine.
Yeah.
Whether I'll get the Pfizer one is another matter.
That's.
I'll get-
Yeah, I might want to wait. I want to wait till it's not the one that's gonna give me Bell's palsy or kill me 4 days later. I don't know.
Well, the good thing about us being sort of young, virile, healthy men, boy, they won't get to us for a while.
Yeah, exactly. They can test it out for 6 months or something.
Yeah, I like that. Well, how do you guys see us though? I did listen to a bunch of you guys' shows, and just the fact that you guys are just like watching our fucking politics. It's fascinating that.
It's so entertaining. I mean, I've been watching the inauguration today just because it's just really
in case.
entertaining.
It
Never
was-
cared before. Never cared.
Right, I never even cared about politics. We never talked politics ever until this. It's like professional wrestling this year.
The thing is, now that he's gone, we might have less material to work with now. That's the problem.
Yes.
Only downside for us.
I don't know. I don't think Trump's going anywhere, is he? He's gonna be lingering in the shadows, doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna be in a
Really bad
compound.
fart, just lingering. Just won't go.
with his several different Melanias, whichever one is the real one. We don't know. We just don't know.
Like fembots.
Love the fembots. But you guys, how did you guys meet? Because you're both actors. I know Paul writes and sings, and Ryan is also a comedian and musician. So how did you guys first connect?
Go for it, Paul.
Why me?
I don't know. Just
Lazy. Right, we both met at a drama school called East 15 Acting School, based in London, or just outside London. That's how we met. So we were in the same year, never in the same class, but there was one class that we would actually be in the same class, and we just happened to strike up a friendship.
the bromance blossomed.
Nice.
A bromance blossomed. We made a band, serious band. Weren't very good.
It was alright. It was alright.
We were great, but
Yeah, we thought we were good. No one
no
agreed.
one else did. And then we decided that the lyrics kept getting funnier, and so we just thought, why don't we just do a comedy band instead? And so that was the next thing. We just did comedy songs.
It was about. I mean, this was about. Was just over 10 years ago,
God.
and it was at the height of kind of Flight of the Conchords as well.
Yeah.
So they were very popular at the time. So
They
I
paved
guess
the way almost.
they did. It kind of inspired us. Like obviously there was other people out there that were doing like Tenacious D and stuff like that. But yeah, Flight of the Conchords really were the ones that kind of inspired us. They were very much our sort of dry sense of humor.
That's why I first fell in love with you guys. Was the "I'm Glad It's Christmas" once a year song. I found it so great, and that was my introduction to you guys. And I was like, these guys are great. I love that dry sense of humor. I love that.
Oh, amazing.
Thank you.
Well, we do have new songs coming out.
Well,
Yeah.
that was one of my questions. I do have the new song. I have "Tears Fall Down," but I was going to ask you guys if you had ever put out a full comedy album of songs.
Never an album,
No.
but we're working on one at the moment.
Cool.
We recorded like rough demos of songs that a long time ago, that most of which probably won't get re-recorded.
Yeah, they were very reliant, I think, on live audiences. Those songs,
Yes.
like they don't work as like well-produced tracks. That's the only sort of issue I think.
They
with-
work for a
with
live
some of them.
comedy show, so they'll probably be in a live set still.
Yeah, yeah,
Whenever we're allowed to do that again.
Cool.
yeah.
That's a yeah. Have you guys been able to work at all during the pandemic?
Not
Not really, no. It's sort of- just been watching my partner work, to be honest. Like, you know, that's been tiring enough.
I never got a break. I'm essential, so I kind of wanted at
Oh.
least like 2 weeks, but I never got it. I never got it. But Slim's clicking away.
I know. I'm
You're
sorry.
gonna watch
I'm
this interview and you're gonna be like, this nerd is just staring at a screen.
I'm just absorbed, and it's the first time that I'm using Zoom, so I'm like trying to figure out all kinds of different ways I can set
I
everything
think
up.
he came in his pants,
So,
guys.
yeah.
You've got
He's
the whole
excited.
kind of green,
It's
the whole
fancy.
screen's gone green. I don't know if that was.
He's totally immersed. He took the red pill or the blue pill. I don't know which pill. This is fucking one. But
He's fallen down the rabbit hole either way.
Yeah, this is different than
He's
Skype.
deep in the Zoom hole, if you know what I mean, guys. Oh shit! But I have the new single. I have "Tears Fall Down." Is it cool if I play it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, this is an absolute exclusive for you guys. This single is not available till February the 5th. And pretty much no one outside our inner circle has heard this yet until now. So
Cool. I feel amazing about that. And where is it going to be available?
everywhere.
Like
You know,
Spotify,
iTunes,
Apple.
I mean, you know, we released it. We were sort of raising awareness for men's mental health, really. You know,
But in a funny
basically-
way.
But in a funny way. We're just highlighting that, you know, that it's okay to have tears.
Cool. I will start it right now, guys.
Sure.
I'm just a guy in touch with this sensitive side. It doesn't take a lot to make me cry. It could be birds or butterflies. Just thinking about them brings tears to my eyes. I'm just a guy in touch with my emotional side. It doesn't make me less of a man. It just means I give a damn. I give a damn so much it's ouchy in my tear ducts. Tears fall down my face. I'm a blubbering wreck when I'm watching Shrek. But I cry the most at the end of Ghost. I even cry whenever I make toast. I'm just a guy who likes to be the little spoon. Now seen Titanic cause I feel it's been far too soon. I sob so much when a baby crawls. Kick me as I go full Niagara Falls. Tears fall down my face. I'm a blubbering wreck when I'm watching Shrek. But I cry the most at the end of Ghost. I even cry whenever I make toast. Tears fall down my face. I'm a blubbering mess, and I must confess, my spirit animal is a Care Bear. I cry for joy when I'm in new underwear. Reading a book, it makes me cry. A babbling brook, it makes me cry. Being in the nude, it makes me cry. When I eat food, it makes me cry. When I go the wrong way, it makes me cry. Christmas Day, it makes me cry. A baby giraffe, it makes me cry. When I try to laugh, it makes me cry. cry. People in the park, it makes me cry. When people hold hands, it makes me cry. When a plane lands, I start to cry. Breaking eggs, it makes me cry. A daddy long legs, it makes me cry. If I have to lie, I start to cry. When I can't cry, it makes me cry. Tears fall down my face. I'm a blubbering wreck when I'm watching Shrek. But I cry the most at the end of Ghost. I even cry whenever I make toast. Tears fall down my face. I'm a blubbering mess, and I must confess, my spirit animal is a Care Bear. I cry for joy when I'm in new underwear. London, it makes me cry. Bunions, they make me cry. Onions, they don't make me cry.
Yeah,
Wow, great, loved it.
fucking loved it. Oh, god damn it! Well, we had ourselves muted, and Slim during it said "Very Lonely Island."
Very Lonely Island, like mixed with like Weird Al. Like I got a little Weird Al vibes and like
So
Lonely
good.
Island
I like
vibes
that.
thrown in there.
I like that. That's good. Yeah, love a bit of Weird Al and Lonely Island.
Love it. I love it. I love it. I love the synthesizers. I can never get enough synthesizers in my day or night. So.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We just fancy doing something a little bit 80s inspired as well. Why
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So good. So good. Oh. What inspired that song? Just guys gotta stop or start crying or both.
That's the thing.
I don't even know, really, to be honest. We
Just
wanted
cry
to...
if you want. Don't
Yeah.
be afraid to cry. It's not a
Yeah,
bad
exactly.
thing.
Just let it out. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the way we sing it is very confidently. So it's,
I cry, so what? You know, I
Yeah,
think that's
so
what we're
what?
trying to say.
Everybody does. Yeah. Just do it alone in your car. Don't let them see you do it at work. Just
Right.
do it in the bathroom or in the car on the drive home.
When no one's looking.
Yeah.
When I feel like you want to just talk to someone. Yeah.
exactly. Cry with them.
Yeah.
That's so good. I want to ask too, your guys' podcast. You guys hit 50 episodes. How long have you been doing it?
This is the second time we've done a podcast. So we did start one, what was it, 10 years ago? Something like that?
Yeah, something like
9
that.
years ago? Oh, no, it would
When
be
it was
10 years
quite-
ago now.
Yeah, it was quite a small industry at the time.
Yeah, it was like Ricky Gervais and, probably Joe
three others.
Rogan. Probably Joe Rogan as well.
Yeah.
I feel like he's been doing it forever. And then we stopped because we just didn't have the time. And also, I don't think it was very good. So we decided to come back.
Nice.
Just over a year ago now, wasn't it? It was November 2019.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you guys do it live together or like on the internet?
So we record via like Skype or Zoom sort of thing, and then it's all edited and sort of put out every week on a Monday morning.
I mean,
Wow.
when we first started, we were in the same room. But grateful for modern technology and good microphones means that it doesn't sound any different now,
And I don't have to be anywhere near Paul, so it's a
which
plus.
is always a bonus. Just the smell.
Oh no. Who's
We'd
the
have to get
bigger?
one of those.
Who's the bigger one? Paul or Ryan? Who's the showboater?
The showboat. I don't know
Oh.
really. I mean, like Paul, sort of. You kind of start the show, don't you? You're kind of the.
Yeah, but
And
you
I just
quickly
kind of-
take over. And then I can't get a word in. No, it's about even. I think someone said to me that I am the more excitable one.
And I'm the moany one.
And he's a bit more laid back and moany. But we complement each other.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
For instance, you're very handsome today.
Oh, thanks very much.
Yeah, we never do that.
don't
I
do
never,
that.
I never tell Rob like, you know what, your hat, perfect angle today.
I berate Slim a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of negative
tough
energy.
love, yeah.
We go into it, feeling shitty about each other.
Yeah.
Why am I here again? God damn it.
But no, it's like the podcast for us though is really like I mean, the thing is, in the acting industry and stuff like that, in the creative industry, it can be so difficult to get your work out there. And also, as well, if you go into anything like film or radio, there's a lot of limitations and restrictions. And with podcasts, you can say whatever you want. You can do the weirdest, craziest stuff and get away with it. And it,
Like
you know,
having Tom Hardy
yeah,
test hats.
test hats, exactly.
You know, his sidekick Bane snapping necks. It wouldn't get done on telly.
You know,
And
we
you can
can
build
have
an
a-
audience that loves that.
yeah, we can have a game segment that's called "Suck on My Big Fat Dictionary," and no one says anything, and it's fine.
But is that because they don't care, or they love it, or because no one's listening? That we haven't decided
We just
yet.
don't know.
That's it.
It reminds me when we first started, way before, because we had a show, the RBJ show, before we were the Rob and Slim show, extra member that we kicked off, but we used to do a game show called Who's That Bulge, and Rob collected pictures of like famous people, but you just got to see their penis.
Their
That
junk.
was
You
it.
gotta see their
Just-
bulge.
Just their bulge,
Yeah.
and we'd have to guess on who that bulge belonged to.
Yeah, I'd give a little hint, and then they'd all guess and buzz in.
Did it get a bit much when you'd fall asleep and you would dream of bulges? Just
Right, yeah. I dream of.
Bulge.
I was dreaming of bulges
scrolling
before
through
that.
bulges all day long.
Yeah, Slim's what you call a natural bulge hunter. He was
Yes,
always.
yeah.
He would watch like the Winter Olympics just to see the
Yeah.
figure skaters.
That's why we did the game show, because Rob was
Yeah.
like, I don't think anybody can beat Slim in guessing bulges.
Battle of the Bulge.
The bulge.
Yes.
What's that called? Who's that bulge?
Who's
right?
that bulge?
Who's that
Yep.
bulge?
Who's that bulge?
And I think I saw. I was stuck at a place getting an oil change one day, and on TV on the morning show, it was like they had a "Who's That Hunk" segment. So I'm like, oh yeah, who's that hunk? Who's that bulge? That's what I take this to.
I like it.
Oh, what do you guys know what you have planned for your next episode?
Nope.
Nope. Kind of, yeah. So we see what happens, really. I think are we recording tomorrow. I think, aren't we, Paul?
Yeah, we had a few things that didn't make the 50th episode that I think we're gonna like rehash and just shove in this episode.
Cool.
Can't remember what they were, but they're in my show notes.
Yeah, exactly.
That didn't make it. We write a lot of stuff down that we're gonna do, and then we end up just riffing on the day. And so more often than not, it never makes it in the episode what we
Yeah.
plan to do. Just what we don't
Nice.
plan.
And what so far has been one of your favorite episodes or moments doing your show?
Oh,
That's a tough one. I mean, I think the Hardys, our Tom Hardy sketches are always kind of fun, just because of the mad stuff that we put into them, and the mad stuff that we get our version of Tom Hardy to do.
that's not the real one. Make
But
that
some
clear
of
for
the
your-
guests we've had, yeah, but some of the guests we've had on, I think, have been a real big highlight. Like, we're very fortunate that we have like connections within sort of not only comedy but theatre and film. So we have managed to get a few cool people onto the show, which is, it's always nice, and you always get to sort of like hear interesting and fun stories.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
That's awesome.
So you guys have. I'm sorry, you've interviewed Tom Hardy, or you do like a parody version of Tom Hardy?
Yeah, we did we actually wrote to Tom Hardy because we wanted to get him on the show. Didn't get a response.
No.
But, we got a cease and desist actually. But we do a parody of Tom Hardy. It's hello mate, it's Tom Hardy here. Basically, he's basically Tom Hardy from Peaky Blinders. So
Oh, okay.
it's Tom Hardy, but early on it started off Tom Hardy would meet other Tom Hardys from different films. Hello, I'm Tom Hardy from Peaky Blinders, and this is Tom Hardy from wherever.
Whatever it was,
Venom.
yeah.
Wherever it was.
It's a Venom
Yeah.
Tom Hardy.
We did do that, and we did
Yeah,
a great
yeah.
Venom effect.
We did a Venom,
voice as
yeah.
well. That was fun. And then they go out testing hats. We thought, what would be the most ridiculous thing that Tom Hardy would do?
You test the hardness of a hat.
So it's called Hardy's Hardest Hats.
And,
But we do have a
and-
Patreon version of the show now, just called Tom Hardy's Hardy Advice.
I like
um,
that.
Yeah,
I
people
feel
buy
like
it.
I feel like that's advice that's gonna make me a man.
Yeah.
You know? Tom Hardy's Hardy advice.
Yeah.
It's tips and tricks and hacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The audience write in, they can ask whatever they want. How do I look cool in a bar if I don't want to drink? You'd be like, just have half a beer, mate, and just put it in a pint glass. Now I want to know stuff like that.
What do you guys think? Right now, Rob and I are drinking Coors Banquet because we both just binge watched Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
So we're
Oh, I've seen most of the first series. Loving it. Absolutely
yeah,
loving it.
it's really good.
Yeah.
And the main character in there, Johnny Lawrence, drinks a Coors Banquet. So we just went to the liquor store earlier, and we're like, we just watched Cobra Kai. We got to get the Coors Banquet.
Gotta try this stuff.
What is it, like an import or something? What is it?
It's like a fancier Coors Light, I guess.
It's in this cool little bottle you can
Yeah,
smash on
yeah,
someone's
see?
face in a parking lot fight. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Like it's like
It's girthy.
yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of Duval, the beer Duval. Those bottles, they're like
Oh
that.
yes. Yeah. That's Belgium, isn't it? Is it Belgian beer?
Sure. I think it is, yeah.
See,
Flemish.
whenever I think of Coors Light, I always think of the
Rob
old
Van Dam.
Jean-Claude Van
Van
Damme. Rob Van Damme.
That's the wrestler.
That's the rest. The Jean-Claude Van Damme
Yeah.
adverts. He's like, oh, ice cold. And
He's
they make
raging
beer.
right now. He's like, they didn't buy beer after my advert. Why are they buying it after Cobra Kai?
Yeah. I still get Coors Light every now and then just so I can put it in the freezer and see the label go blue.
And then you just dump it out after that. You're just like,
Yeah, yeah.
well, it's done its purpose.
Yeah, little things like that keep me through the day at the moment. So
Well, it'd be
Be
an
a highlight
import
of the
for
week.
you guys. How much is Coors Light over the pond? Because I think it's like free over here. I think they pay
like free.
over here. They're like, here, take
giving
this
it
out of
away.
my store. I'll pay you.
The local bar is $1 Coors Lights.
Yeah,
wow.
it's like a $10
No, I've not bought
draft
alcohol
over
for
there.
so long. What about? Do you know, Ryan?
I mean, I haven't bought alcohol in a pub for a long time. That's for
True.
certain. I
About
mean,
like 8-10 quid for like 12 bottles, maybe.
yeah.
I
something
don't know
like
what
that. You get
quid is. Is
crate
that
of
equivalent to $1? I don't know.
That's a
Oh, yeah.
squid.
Oh, that's a squid.
£10. That's like $15, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's expensive. That's a lot for a
yeah.
Coors Light.
it's too much.
Might as well just get an IPA at that point. Like, what are we doing?
I mean, we're talking like 20 bottles, 20 cans.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
that's
Oh,
sort of-
I gotcha.
Oh,
All right.
so it's a good night.
yeah, it's a good no, exactly. Or as you know, we call it over here a challenge.
A problem.
So here, you can just get them in any old supermarket. I don't know if is it just liquor stores there or
Yeah.
Can you get?
It depends on what state you're in, though. Yeah, some states you just go into the supermarket or a convenience store and grab it. But in over here in Jersey, you have to go to a liquor store.
Yeah, Jersey is very strict about their liquor laws. So
Yup.
that's one
course,
thing is you
Jersey.
can only get beer and alcohol at a liquor store, not at a super center.
Yup.
Oh, jeez. I always think of Stone Cold Steve Austin when he went on that rant, that like 10-minute rant about like the booze he bought to bring to a dry state or something, and he's just sort of like, I got beer, I got whiskey, vodka, more beer, whiskey, ginger ale. I don't know why I said ginger ale. What?
I like your Stone Steve called Austin. It's
Stone
called Stone Cold. I don't know wrestling, but I like
drunk
your
and doesn't know
and a
wrestling.
little drunk and don't know your wrestling. But I like that. I like the accent you just did. It's very
Gotta
cool.
be, I think even if you're not a wrestling fan, you got to be a fan of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold
really,
Steve
yeah.
Austin. Well, I grew up in that era. I'm only like 32, so I was in the middle of like the WCW
WCW guy,
versus
though.
WWF. Like I was
Wars,
more of
yeah.
into the WCW, but like
Yeah.
you know, you would have those arguments with your friends at school, fucking whatever 5th grade, and it's like WCW is better, WWF is better. Like that was the era I grew up in.
Yeah, I
It was
remember.
a good
yeah.
era,
It was a good era, yeah.
It was
arguably.
the 90s.
It's a good time. It was a good time. Guys, thank you so much for talking to us, though. It's been a fucking blast.
No,
We've had
absolute
fun.
pleasure.
Thanks for having us, and thanks for playing the song.
No problem.
Thank
Glad
you.
you liked it.
Thanks for sending it. Yeah, it's
February
great.
5th, don't forget.
What are these windscreens you guys got on your mics? They're like big and they look really cool. Like what is this? I
It's
love
like a-
that.
It dampens the sound.
It's like a little miniature studio, I suppose.
Well, like look at mine though. Like mine is. I'll pull mine off real quick.
Some's
It's like
got
a
a big
little
one.
little thing,
I just
but
use a little
it's
screen.
not even close to the size of yours.
It's a little.
these
It deadens
these
all the
come
sound reflections.
these come with their
Oh.
own pop shield as well. You can't quite
Yeah.
see. There's
Oh,
hole-
it's got
there's
a
hole
pop
there.
shield in it.
Pop
Wow,
shield in it, yeah.
wow, that's cool.
You guys are advanced.
Send me a link to that. Oh, motherfucker.
hang up on that.
We'll
That's
call
our
that
next
back.
call, guys. But where can everybody find you both?
Go for it, Paul.
Good idea. Twitter at Cold Callers. Instagram Cold Callers underscore
Underscore.
comedy. Facebook Cold Callers comedy. YouTube Cold Callers comedy. Yeah, it's all we're there. We've got videos, we've got sketches as well. So check us out.
And send us a message.
Send us a message.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your night over there.
Thank you
Thanks
so
very
much.
much.
Gonna go to bed now.
All
Ah,
right.
Hardcore.
don't cry. Don't cry.
Don't cry.
Try not to.
We love you guys.
Love you. Thank you.
You're the
Yeah,
best.
thanks very much, guys.
Yep.
No problem. I'll talk to you soon, guys.
Have a good night.